spending so much time on the perimeter.
Redick from deep three-point land, and it's off from three-point range. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Nicolo Melli.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter, this time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Brunson, no good. Clippers leading by 3. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got 4 points in the quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
Here's Brunson. Dallas, no good that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third. Beverly against Brunson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him. And Beverly just motivated every night to get out here, to play, to compete. He hustles and wants to make it really tough on anybody that's on the opposing side of things.
Ibaka finds Beverly. Now here's Patterson. They get it back. Here's Ibaka on the pass to Mann. Beverly against Brunson. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Cauley-Stein in great position to reject that shot.
And that one is good.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And the wide open shot from Redick. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Patterson against Cauley-Stein. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Patterson against Richardson. To end the cold streak, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And Josh enjoying this and one opportunity. Good job finishing despite the defense knocking him around a bit.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking. Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Ahead with 1 on the clock, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Rocket is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Mann in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And George kicks to Jackson. Over Brunson. And that one hits back iron.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Redick with the bucket.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
George against Richardson. Morris passes to Jackson. Here's George. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Richardson. Cauley Stein with it. Guarded now by Morris. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And foul up, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Well, when Paul George has that kind of length and then has the high release point that he does, very few people are going to get to it to block a mid-range jumper like that.
Jackson against Doncic. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Kristaps Porzingis. George against Hardaway. George passes to Batum. Morris into the lane, and Morris throws it down.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Doncic outside. 6 on the shot clock. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
1:57 left to play in the final quarter. Outside Leonard. He kicks it to George. To the paint. Here's Morris. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
And it's good. 2 points.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Doncic outside. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to 4 on the bucket from Doncic. Jackson passes to Batum. Back to Jackson. And he converts the layup. Jackson's got his first basket.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And no good.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
And here's Doncic from the arc. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. There's Jackson with the three. That one misses. Doncic outside. From outside the arc. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Leonard with the ball. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Outside Hardaway. Leases one from three.
That is a gutsy shot from Hardaway, and he comes through.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied. Up next, the Mavericks taking on the Nuggets. For the Dallas Mavericks, they pride them. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA. Now, a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. Then there's Marjanovic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Denver, Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. Murray, the pass to Jokic. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Here's Hardaway. Barton with some nice D. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Murray against Doncic. Jokic kicks to Barton. Inside. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. No good on that one. The pass to Porzingis. And here's Doncic from the arc. They get it again. In the a dunk by Doncic.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of it, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Pass to Finney-Smith. 6 to shoot. To the middle. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Finney-Smith. It's deflected.
Can't take the reach and length of Barton lightly, effective at using it to snuff out shots.
Here's Doncic. Jacks up a 3. That doesn't go either for Doncic. It's been a slow start here for Denver. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Doncic feeling it out. Out to the right wing. Marjanovic against Jokic. 5 to shoot. Marjanovic kicks to Porzingis over Gordon. Porzingis can't hit. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. Trailing by 2, and it's good for 2. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I'd throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. This is his first free throw of the game.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back. Boy, you got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble.
Pass to Gordon. Outside for Murray. Back to Gordon. Denver passing it around. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
Jokic showing you the benefits of that work in the weight room, muscling right through the defender.
The Nuggets shooting their first foul shot of the game.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
To the paint, here's Jokic. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. No good that time.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Jokic, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Mavericks on top, up 3. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Gordon out there at Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the point. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Murray surveying the D. Porter dishes to Murray. Back to Porter. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Porzingis. Doncic passes to Finney Smith. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Nice D from Porter.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Dallas leading by 7. And the wide open shot from Redick. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Porter, here we go. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid. He's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Outside Porter. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Powell. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Jokic has got 5 now.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Powell's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Mavs. Brunson against Murray. And there's the pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
And the basket by Gordon.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Powell trying to free himself up. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And there's 1:45 left to play here in the second quarter. Brunson against Morris. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Powell. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Powell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Pass to Rivers. Cauley Stein against Millsap. And he gets the bucket.
And, you know, Millsap ready to shoot anytime he's close to the basket. Gets it off before the defense can react.
Dallas leading by 5. Brunson with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now the feed to Cauley-Stein. And Morris comes over to help. Here's Brunson. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Can't ignore Millsap's defensive instincts. Excellent timing rising up to block shots.
His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Here's Cauley-Stein, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And Cauley-Stein has drawn comparisons to Tyson Chandler due to his length and athleticism. It's important he continues to get better.
Pass to Millsap. Back to Morris. Here is McGee. Rivers bounce pass. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first half. Mavericks lead. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks. And that'll do it for us. The third.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got J.J. Redick. Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Cauley-Stein in at the power forward. Millsap misses. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 6-point lead. Powell dishes to Cauley-Stein. And he makes that one. Cauley-Stein's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Redick passes to Brunson. Outside for Redick. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Jokic is running. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jokic has got 7 points.
Nice to see Jokic running the floor like this because he makes himself a big target in transition.
Brunson against Murray. Now here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That's tipped, and the Mavericks call time here. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Doncic against Murray. Passes to Jokic. Order outside. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Fast break, Dallas. Doncic against Gordon. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Nuggets trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jokic kicks to Murray. Now the pass to Barton. Just 5 to shoot. Over Hardaway. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time. Never giving up on a possession.
Doncic against Murray. The tray. They get the rebound.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Here's Gordon. And the shot is long. Mavericks leading by 4. And Porzingis, here we go. Can't get it to fall.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jokic has got 6 here in this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Marjanovic, their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Gordon goes in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Here's Marjanovic, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Gordon. Porzingis with the rebound. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Dallas has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. And Doncic gets it to go. And now a 4-point Dallas lead.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Mavericks ahead. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Outside for Murray. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays, and with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
Doncic against Murray. Now, here's Doncic. Not a lot of room. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively. They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for him.
Here's Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Cauley Stein comes in for Porzingis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Gordon kicks to Barton. Off target with his three.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And he comes up with the deuce. Richardson's got his first 2 points.
Boy, Richardson has a lot of toughness. Remember, this is a guy who earned his spot in the NBA. Nothing has come easy for him.
Denver calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Porter. And Morris subbed in for Will Barton. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, he told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep them focused.
All right, David, thanks. Your offensive rebound. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from McGee.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Murray against Doncic. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Porzingis comes in for Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Richardson.
When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Good to see Gordon coming through with a big basket. I mean, he's no stranger to these high-intensity moments.
Doncic against Murray. Outside Hardaway. Back to Doncic. And he finishes nicely on the layup. 8 points for Luka Doncic.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
Pass to Jokic. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. In the corner, it's Gordon. He feeds it to McGee. Jokic trying to free himself up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
Now, Doncic. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out to Hardaway. Doncic against Murray. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Morris against Hardaway. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Kicks it out to Gordon to take the lead. Second chance shot. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was want to. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
And here is Doncic. Outside Hardaway for the win. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's the Nuggets taking the... David, that here is over. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Greetings. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Dennis is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum, and it's George in at the 2. And for the Nuggets, Will Barton is out there with Murray. Then there's Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. There's the pass to Jackson. Inside. Poke loose. George passes to Batum. Morris right side. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. From 10 feet out, they grab their own miss. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Now here's Leonard. Outside, George, just 4 to shoot. No good. Now Denver takes it the other way. About 1 minute into the first quarter. That's good from Porter on the assist by Jokic.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Leonard draws the double. And Batum kicks to Leonard. He dishes it to Morris. Back to Leonard. Banked in off the glass.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Passes it to Porter. Pass to Gordon. Over Morris. Batum grabs the miss.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, He's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Now here's Murray. And Jokic slams it in.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Morris against Gordon. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Batum passes to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris, no good. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Pass to Jokic. Leonard with the steal. Here's Jackson. Denver grabs the miss.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Jokic, no good. The Clippers trail. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Murray. And the basket by Jackson.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Murray outside. Down low. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 6.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Right side, Porter. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
George finds Morris. Back to George. The pass to Morris. Over Gordon. Morris with the bucket.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Passes it to Jokic, and the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Free throw good. Gordon.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
Now here's Gordon. Dishes it to Porter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 6 points for him.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's George. And it comes off the front of the rim. Denver leading by 5. Porter, no luck.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Jackson misses. Nuggets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And Jackson throws it down hard.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
Murray for 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. And stolen by Murray. There's the dish to Gordon. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 3. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Morris. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 5 spot.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
George against Barton. Pass to Leonard. From deep. The Clippers rebound. Outside for Jackson. Outside, George. Clock at 6. Goes back up. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
The homecoming for Paul George. Playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Barton, no luck. Clippers trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Jackson with it. Now defended by Jokic. Kicks it out to Leonard. And the layup falls. Leonard's got 6.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Porter kicks to Jokic. Jackson against Porter. Back to Jokic. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And they got to bring the double team on it.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
1:43 left now here in the second. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Denver, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Pass to Millsap. To the inside. From 6 away. And again, Denver no good.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Out to Ibaka. To halt the run. Good work defensively by Millsap. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You know, there's always going to be room in this league for guys like Luke Kennard. He can shoot, he can pass it, and he can put it on the floor.
Morris passes to Jokic. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. 1 more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Dozier passes to Jokic. And finally they hit one. Jokic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Nikola Jokic.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
The pass to Rivers. Outside Millsap. And he lays it straight in. Millsap's got his first points of the game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And here we go with Morris running it up the court.
Oh, did you see that?
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Basket. Some incredible work in this one by Nikola Jokic. He ended up with 15 points. And that'll...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Rivers. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the three. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Passes it to Dozier. Back to Morris. Shoots it. Off the left rim and out.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Beverly the pass to Patterson. And the shot goes in.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Aug.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
This is why we talk about carving out position rather than trying to sneak in. You've got to be willing to put in the work.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Jokic passes to Murray. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Batum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Porter dishes to Barton. Down low, got a piece of it. Jokic, offensive struggles continue, missing again. Leonard kicks to Jackson. Shoots over Barton. Morris passes to George. Outside Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. He dishes it to Batum. Jackson down low. Barton defending. Jackson misses.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
It's good. Porter's got 8 points. Clippers trail by 9. Outside Jackson. Pass to Morris. Back to Jackson. Second shot opportunity to the middle. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
The burst of Jackson makes him a hard guy to stick with and difficult not to foul him.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
It's Barton on the wing. Gordon against Morris. Jokic trying to free himself up. And the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Paul George with the steal. Here's Jackson. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
8 feet away. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Yes, that goes in. George has got his first bucket in this one.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Here's Jokic. No good on that one. George with the defensive effort.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The Clippers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Martin with it. Leonard picks him up. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's George. Buries it from about 10 feet away. George has got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
He hits the second from the line.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
George finds Batum. Here's Leonard. Missed inside. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Morris with the ball. Keeps it alive. Tries yet again. Can't get the layup. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, we've got Reggie Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Batum in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. There's the lob to Jackson.
Oh, can I get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Morris right side. Pass to Rivers. Puts up a 3. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. The lead is 2. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
It's tipped. Leonard with the steal. Morris, left side. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Denver making a switch here. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, he got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
And the pass to Leonard. It's George on the wing. There's the feed to Batum. Back to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Rivers. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Murray. And here's Leonard from 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Rivers. The Nuggets with another miss. Jokic with the steal. Gordon dishes to McGee. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Oh, that's blocked. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Murray against Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And he commits the intentional foul. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Batum inside the three-point line. Misses the jumper. The Nuggets trail by 9. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Jokic. Rivers has got his first points in this one. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Leonard on the wing, defended by Gordon. Murray against Jackson. Batum trying to break loose. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Couldn't have been more obvious about it. That's just a lack of discipline, not the way you're taught to do it.
Here's Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gordon. Jokic. Great positioning on the putback.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Here's Batum. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Passes to Morris. He kicks to George. Morris trying to free himself up. Batum. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Nuggets have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there. Doing everything he can to rally his team.
George against Rivers. Pass to Leonard. The 3. Batum trying to break loose. Ball's knocked loose, but they recover it. Here's Morris. It's in!
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch. And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
Up again. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Morris passes to Jackson. George dishes to Morris. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over McGee. Money!
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
So the Clippers with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean,
all right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives. It's an NBA afternoon game here on this. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in a two-guard. And for the Mavericks, they've got Marjanovic, Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the three. Now, here's Doncic. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Pass to Finney-Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Doncic. Excellent D there from George.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
We played just over a minute here in the first. George looking around. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, let's see the vertical of Mr. Hardaway. Go ahead, sir. Pretty dunk.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throw.
The free throw drops from Marjanovic. And so he hits both. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for Los Angeles. Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. Outside George. Leonard finds Batum. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And they double up Doncic. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the paint, here's Morris. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Hardaway passes to Doncic. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Jackson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now, here's Doncic. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. The shot, no good. Free tee that time from Leonard. And they go to the intentional foul. Clippers leading by 4. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Jackson. Inside, Porzingis with the steal.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Batum against Marjanovic. Doncic trying to get open. Marjanovic, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Jackson. Drops in the layup for 2. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now, here's Doncic. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Morris with the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Mavericks trail by 8. Outside Hardaway. Doncic left side. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, this guy is so effective with the pump fake. Luka Doncic gets the defender off his feet. Beautiful.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. All free throws good from Doncic. Here now the Clippers. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Beverly against Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A terrific time.
Venom.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. Kept alive, Ibaka uses the glass to finish the layup. Ibaka's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
We know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
Brunson against Patterson. Brunson, good. Brunson's got his first points of the night.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Kennard. Lots of room. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Boy, Ibaka is such a great teammate. This guy is always willing to find the open man.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Pass to Man. There's the lob to the hoop. To the right side. Here's Ibaka, and foul on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Brunson. No good on the 3. Clippers leading by 8. And here's Leonard from 3. Offensive rebound. Here's George. And stolen by Richardson. Redick surveying the D. Off target from three-point range.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Outside for Redick. Now the pass to Powell. Just 2 to shoot. On the corner. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George from deep three-point land. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Mavericks trail by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Powell. Outside for Redick. Richardson outside. It's not going to go for him. Excellent D there from George. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Jackson against Doncic. There's the triple. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Los Angeles leading by 11. From deep, George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
A putback. It's good on the putback.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Jackson kicks to George. 52 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Doncic with the steal. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Doncic, terrific floor vision in the open floor. He also understands how to be the guy to finish.
Passes it to Jackson. Back to George. All alone. That one off the back iron and out.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Marjanovic, no good. Down low, here's Jackson. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. 9 points for Reggie Jackson.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The three for Doncic. And so that's the end of the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. From the get-go, it was the Clippers who came out strong. An exceptional game. That's all for now.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Reggie Jackson has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
You've got Luka Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Mavericks trail by 12. And here is Doncic. From deep. They get it back. Shoots the three. Nailed from three-point land. Doncic has got 7.
I mean, you have to chase Luka off that three-point line. This guy is capable of hurting you from there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
How about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
And Morris drops them both.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
Doncic against Jackson. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And the layup's good off the glass.
See, you can tell Porzingis knows when he's in close, he's got the kind of size, touch, and length to make that look easy.
George passes to Ibaka. Oh, Morris in position. Ibaka finds Morris. Back to Jackson. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Doncic looking it over. And a miss there on the triple.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Morris outside. Pass to Leonard. Back to Morris. 4 on the clock. Over Porzingis. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Doncic outside. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to lead. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
Doncic outside. There's 1:40 left in the third. And the dunk by Doncic.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Doncic against Jackson. Pass to George. Shot clock at 5. Over Hardaway. Here's Ibaka. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Hardaway finds Doncic. Back to Hardaway. From downtown. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist from Hardaway. Now just a 5-point Clipper lead. Now here's Jackson. He's got 9. George dishes to Jackson. Porzingis with the rebound. Mavericks have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. It's Hardaway with the drive. That one falls.
Well, there's big-time athleticism when you're talking about Hardaway. Puts it on the deck and relentless move to the cup.
Outside for Jackson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And this will be the last possession of
the power on that throwdown.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Luke Kennard. Baca is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's man in at the small forward. Here's Brunson. Kicks it out to Richardson. Outside, Redick. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 5.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Ibaka, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Oh, you love how Ibaka gets a little nasty down on the block. Excellent at putting the defense in a tough spot.
A different look for Dallas.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. It's Kennard, top of the key. And there's the feed to Patterson. Back to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And it's Doncic missing.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Patterson. A rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Kennard against Hardaway. Kennard kicks to Patterson. Over Porzingis. Patterson can't get it to go.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Here's Marjanovic. Lays it up and banks it in. Now just a 3-point Clipper lead.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Kicks to Beverly. Launches it. 6 to shoot. Mavericks with the rebound. Marjanovic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And foul on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked to the team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Doncic outside. And he banks in the layup.
He has been taking and making big shots for a long time. Look at Doncic with the delivery.
Outside Leonard. That shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Finney-Smith. Dallas calls timeout. They're behind by 1. 1:16 left in the game. Different look for Dallas. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Richardson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Jackson against Doncic. He kicks to Cauley-Stein to take the lead, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Here's Batum. Jackson trying to break free. The shot by Batum, no good. And here they come. Richardson finds Cauley-Stein. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And that one falls for Cauley Stein.
As big a basket as that was, the free throw probably even bigger. Now you've got a 2-possession lead all of a sudden.
Here's the pass to George. And they get it. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Paul George loves delivering when the game is on the line at his absolute best.
Doncic against George. And Doncic, here we go.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute. Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Doncic with it. Richardson outside. From deep. No good. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
I play it all.
Really?
I play everything else. When it comes to 2K, I consider myself the guy.
Their fans are ready, and if this shot from earlier is any indication, the Mavericks certainly look ready too.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Bill Barton is out there with Murray, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Gordon in at the power forward position. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Now Jokic following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. Porter against Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. That shot off. Nice D from Porzingis.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
Outside Hardaway. Kleba kicks to Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got the first basket of the game for the man. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Porzingis. Not going to go that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Pushing it up. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Barton dishes to Gordon. Back to Barton. 14 feet away, and it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Barton.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now, Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by Gordon.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Jokic passes to Porter. Porzingis against Jokic. Back to Porzingis. The pass to Kleba. He kicks it to Doncic. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
On the wing, Porter. Over Kleba. Denver the rebound. Jokic kicks to Porter from past the arc. And that one is off. And it's Dallas the other way. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Back to Barton. To the paint, trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets.
The playmaking.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Back to Murray. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Yep, that one goes.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Trailing by 2. Kicks it to Cauley-Stein. Back to Doncic. Over Gordon. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the... We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Cauley-Stein. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Easy 2 points on the layup. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Brunson with it. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Passes it to McGee. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the night. And so he hits the technical free throw. Brady, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Here's Dozier, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The Nuggets have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. Pass to Powell. Redick with it. Back to Powell. Redick finds Powell. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by McGee. The Nuggets leading by 5. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now.
Wow. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Morris against Brunson. The dish now to Redick for the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Dozier.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Mavericks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That one falls for Brunson. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And here's Denver. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Pass to Dozier. And McGee kicks to Millsap. Back to McGee. Morris outside. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Morris has got the lead up to 9 now for Denver. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. From deep 3-point range. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. Redick with the 3. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14. Fires the 3.
And his struggles continue. Just still scoreless and just can't seem to take the lid off.
Out left to the wing. Back to Rivers. Morris looking over the floor. 1 second left, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley-Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And fellas, Jamal Murray is an out. And that should.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Mavericks trail by 9. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Rivers. And it's Dozier in at the 3 spot. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And the shot is good. Dozier's got the first points of the second half here for Denver.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Brunson against Rivers. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
It's Rivers on the wing. Richardson covering. It's tipped and stolen by Redick. Richardson attacking. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
For Dallas, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Richardson against Rivers. Now here is McGee, guarded closely. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Denver with the platoon swap here on the floor. Five to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Here's Richardson. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup.
Even when Richardson's getting knocked around a little bit, he can still finish, especially when he's going straight to the rim.
On the wing, Gordon. Cauley Stein defending. Gordon with no one around. And again, Denver no good.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Mavericks trail by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Redick finds Powell. Over Murray. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Nuggets have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break.
A big man who can really dish it out. Jokic really reliable, setting up his teammates.
And there's the pass to Redick. Brunson against Murray. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The Mavericks shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. That one falls for Brunson. And here are the Nuggets now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Passes it to Jokic. And there it is for him. Jokic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, that's not a chance that Jokic is going to mess up. He's too good around the rim.
Brunson scanning the floor. Outside for Redick. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cauley Stein, and the shot goes down. Cauley Stein's got his first 2 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
To the left side wing. Back to Murray. To the middle. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ball game.
Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Runs in the pass to Redick. And Porter comes to help. Back to Cauley Stein. tees it up off the glass.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Barton outside. Dishes to Gordon. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. Murray takes it off the glass.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a three-point game. He kicks it to Powell. Over Jokic. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Porter. And Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got his first basket of the night. The third quarter comes to a close. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll get going after that. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
3 tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Dwight Powell. Cauley Stein is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in at the 2. Mavericks trailed by 5. Doncic feeling it out. Out to Hardaway. To the paint. Here's Kleba. Good work defensively by Millsap.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
A nice shot by Dozier.
A good decision making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific feat.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Outside, Porzingis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on JaVale McGee.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And that one misses.
Well, Porzingis in the early part of his career has had some phenomenal first halves of seasons. In the second half has faded. You really just want to see a complete year from Kristaps Porzingis where he can dominate.
Mavericks making a switch here. Richardson's checked in, and the Mavericks call time here. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Marjanovic checked in for Richardson. Denver also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Rivers in for Will Barton. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Murray dishes to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. On pass to Gordon.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Off target from the baseline.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Gordon. Goes back up. Outside for Murray. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Murray's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Marjanovic finds Hardaway. Jokic with the steal. Pass to Rivers. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Doncic against Murray. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Five on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And stolen by Murray. And here's Jokic. Fires the 3. And it's Jamal Murray with the 3. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Outside Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Rivers kicks to Murray. Takes a 3, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Mavericks trail by 16. Now, here's Doncic. No good, unable to end this run.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
That's his second personal.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. For 3, Murray. Another 3 for Denver.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nuggets.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jamal Murray.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Gordon outside. That one doesn't drop.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Hardaway. McGee with the block. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. To the inside. Kicks it out to Gordon. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Murray against Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Wing shot on the way. And it's Jokic missing. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking.
George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 5. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Down low, here's Morris, and it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
It's Barton on the wing, defended by George. Offensive rebound. Jokic kicks to Murray. Back to Jokic, just 5 on the clock. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Leonard against Porter. Inside, Jokic with the steal. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Now here's Jackson. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Outside Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Batum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
Pass to Jokic. Batum with the steal. Porter with the steal. And Jokic throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Here's Barton, and he uses the glass on the layup.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Outside, George, and stolen by Barton. Here's Murray. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. George passes to Batum. Dishes it to Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jokic.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Nuggets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Murray for 3. Denver with a new 14. Jokic trying to free himself up. Barton, no luck. For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here, trailing by 5. And that one, good. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
George, chalk up 2 there.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Passes to Barton. Outside, Porter. Back to Barton. Clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Clippers trail by 3. Outside, Leonard. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Here's Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Porter's got 5.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Leonard, the pass to Morris. The shot, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. And that one's good. Barton.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential. Murray outside. Here's Jokic. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Outside Leonard. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. That's good from Porter on the assist by Murray. He's got 7.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And Jokic slams it in.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Back to George. Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
Batum is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
A 3 from Leonard. Denver grabs the miss. And pushing it up is Denver. The Nuggets again in transition. A nice shot by Dozier.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Fires from 18, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Batum's got his second bucket of the night. Rondo against Morris. It's Rivers on the wing. The pass to Jokic. Millsap trying to get open. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Here's Morris. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
To the left wing. Pass to Jokic. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Completely on his game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Count that one. Morris has got his first bucket of the night.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Pass to Dozier. Fires it up. Batum grabs the miss.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
George with the bucket.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
To the middle. And here's Jokic. He's got 16. Back to Rivers. Down low, 5 to shoot. Count it. Jokic has got 18 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Batum against Jokic. Morris trying to free himself up. A shot by Batum, no good. Here's Dozier. And Morris throws it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
They double him with Jokic. Batum wide open, he fires. He's off on that one, and the Nuggets going the other way.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Outside Millsap. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Clippers trail by 21. Rondo passes to George. Outside for Rondo. Back to George. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Over Rivers. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Dozier. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Passes it to Millsap. 32 seconds left to play here in the half. The 8-footer. Good work defensively by Morris.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Millsap at the elbow. Here's Rivers, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
An incredible defender.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see some incredible work in this one by Nikola Jokic. He had 18 points, 8. And
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Michael Porter's out there with Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the point.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Here's Morris, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Denver.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. The Nuggets leading by 17. Barton outside. The 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Leonard. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lob pass to Gordon. Back to Barton. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. Morris against Gordon. Jokic trying to free himself up. Feeds it to Gordon. They shoot again. And the layup is good. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Offensive rebound. And Batum kicks to Morris. Outside for George. And stolen by Barton. And a wide open look for Porter. Paul George grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
To the inside. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Murray outside. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 6th assist on the night.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Gordon kicks to Murray. It's Barton on the wing. Fires for 3. The shot off that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
A shot by Batum, no good.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in. Jokic has got 24. Clippers trail by 19. Morris dishes to Leonard. That shot off. Gordon with the defensive effort. Barton from outside hits it from 3-point range. Barton's got 7.
This is the shot you want to get him, an open look from range.
The pass to Batum. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic is...
He can't get anything to fall this quarter, and obviously that's dragging the whole team down.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Batum inside the 3-point line. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's Jokic. From outside, off the mark. And so it's the Denver Nuggets finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They have made it. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
We've got Patrick Beverly. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now, here's Jokic. Left side, Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
Kennard kicks to Beverly. "16 feet away. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
To the paint. Let's go. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Beverly. Ibaka's got 4 points in the quarter.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Murray against Beverly. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Denver with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Jackson passes to Batum. Back to Jackson. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Rivers surveying the D. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. George passes to Batum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
For Denver, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Pass to Rivers. Paul George with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Because of Georgia's strong defensive instincts, he's able to consistently disrupt opponents.
Morris outside. Jackson comes over with the double. Dozier kicks to Rivers. The 3 from Morris. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Batum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Leonard gets it to go.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Rivers against George. Pass to McGee. Here's Dozier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 from Morris. The Nuggets with another miss. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
Jackson hits both of them. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nuggets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jokic.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Now the pass to McGee. From deep. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Batum, good.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Pass to Morris. McGee against Jackson. Now McGee from the arc. Offline. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve.